The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Hurts now from the gun. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down. And it's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock. You're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risk and an aggressive mindset that reflects all the stakes of each and every game.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Great special teams execution on that punt. It's inside the 10, reaches the 8.
At their own 8-yard line.
Okay, ready?
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions. 79 Broncos. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to have this one up to about the 21. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Walker off his own read. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That one gains 7. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Elijah Arroyo, the target on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. That pass is caught by Horton. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He's got his man. This is Walker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. On the draw, it's Walker. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Cowboy 80.
Milroe from the gun. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. It's a gain of 11 there, and then picks up the 1st.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee it. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35.
Go, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
And off to Walker from the gun. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Ready.
Staying with Walker. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. And when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our 1st point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Design run. Here's Milroe. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 16-yard line.
On the set.
Back down for the 2nd quarter, and the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. And up.
This is Walker on 2nd. And they find them after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Brings it in. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
That one is caught. Horton has it. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone partner, but if he's still going to keep this offense on the field, they've got a first and goal.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there.
And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get the game's first points here in the second. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He gets him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Hurts with it on third and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Shotgun now for Milrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10.
Ready?
Now it's Milrow. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Third down here. Need 8 on the play.
Let's go now.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. This is not going to get it done on third down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
He was brought down by...
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Hurts. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They get 37 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. You get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
First down, Eagles.
Again, right side, here's Bigsby. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles start to fight back with their first points of this game. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Finds him on the crossing route. And in a brilliant clear off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Go!
Here's Milroe to throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here we go! Viking, 79 Broncos!
Milroe throwing again now on 2nd down. Completed to his running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Get it! 70 Lions!
Here he is on 3rd and short. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Milroe to throw on 4th. He finds it beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Panther 6!
Milroe with it on 1st. And he can't make the hook up on the deep ball. That's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Okay,
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Steady!
To the air, Milroe. Dumped off to his running back. Escapes the defender. And this winds up a short gain to the 29. Keely Ringo making the play. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Buffalo 18! 70 Timberwolves! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
3rd and short, it's Milroe. Big gap up the middle. And he takes Pokes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get some late points and the lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And they're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers. And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our 1st half. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Hurts now from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He picks up 28 on the play. That'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but at least so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, oh my.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Return starts from the goal line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
All right, Brock. That was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Here we go. Let's go.
Milroe looking to throw. Into traffic, complete. And now all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
On the jump.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Panther 6, Dragon 60. Ready?
From the gun, Milroe. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Down.
The give now to Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
On the ready.
And they've been doing it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Let's go.
Quick to the left. It's caught. Not a lot of space. Maybe to the 33. Brought down by Jahan Campbell.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Eagles go dime for this 3rd down call.
Get it. Ready.
Throw here. 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Pick up.
Walker on 1st down. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Milroe. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some.
And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, brother. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the
The kickoff for Seattle.
is Dixon to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And they get to him before it can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Good.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Finds Barkley underneath. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Good.
Hurts. Hits his running back. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So first down from the 41. Hurts yet again. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Eagles first down. It's a gain of
63.
First down.
It's Hurts once again. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. And again, here's Hurts. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. George Pickens the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Rowe now to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Toss play, this is Walker. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Ready, set.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Ready. Cougar 19.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Seahawks football, just 1 quarter away from a postseason victory.
Ready.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll throw. 3rd and long. That's caught. Here's Arroyo. And they get this down to 44 before he stops. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense lets that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff running left. Walker jukes away from one. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks go up by 2 scores. 13 points in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights, and the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, 73,
Looking now from the gun. Andrews has it, working downfield. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
no touch, no touch.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Now Hurts. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts throwing again. That's his back. Here's Barkley. Driving across the 15-yard line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
A lot's got to go right to tie this up now. Need a touchdown and a 2-point try, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, got to recover this kick. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First and 10 from the 43.
Tag! 19 Charger, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Walker now from the gun. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely
Grouping adds the extra point. And the Seahawks lead by 15 now.
42. Eagles 27. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And this one is launched downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. A lot's got to go right to tie this up now. Need a touchdown and a 2-point try, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, got to recover this kick. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Get it. Steady.
They give up the gut to Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Design bootleg here. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in balance.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Ready.
Running this one left. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
I think even the defense would admit he was surprised to see him running on 3rd and long. That's called pursuit. Rallying quick after that initial reaction and stuck him behind the line.
Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the posts. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a 2-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been a death knell. But the miss, you just see it breathe some new life into the opposing sideline.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
It's on the in route. And he's stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews, so it'll be 2nd down.
5-yard line.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles down by only 2 in the fourth. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by it.
Hurts looking to throw. They draw just the right throw, and we're tied. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Ready, ready.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
From the gun, Milrow. Completes, it's Horton. They drop it with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on to the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
At the 42-yard line.
2nd and 3 now.
Mustang 19. 60 Bison. 60 Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Milrow from the gun. It's his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Down. Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
On the carry, it's Walker. And he's going to gain about 3 yards as they bring him down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Here he is to throw. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
Get it.
Throwing now. This one is also going to be incomplete. Knocked away again, and they're left looking at 4th down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a quarterback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. That's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick. Those defenders hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Returnable from the 1. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Back to throw. Left side caught by Andrews. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Go Silver, ready?
Pickens, the motion man right. Setting up to pass. Trying to push deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
So it's a win for the Seahawks. Well, safe to say, Brock, the nerves are out of the way. Their playoff run officially off and running as they punch their ticket to that divisional round.
Yeah, and we know through the years this wild card round is never taken lightly. Crazy things happen every year as the playoffs begin. We can't forget, for a lot of these guys, it's their first experience of the postseason, and they acquainted themselves to the playoff atmosphere, I'd say pretty darn well.
With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we say so long from Seattle.